Hello and welcome to another edition of God's Minute. I'm Pastor Jonathan Conrad, and I'm the senior pastor at St. Paul's Lutheran Church in Wilmington, North Carolina. And we are continuing our look at the Psalms in a study called Psalter Call. And today's passage has me thinking about zombies. So let's get to it. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When evildoers assailed me to devour my flesh, my adversaries and foes, they shall stumble and fall. Though an army encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war rise up against me, yet I will be confident. One thing I asked of the Lord, that I will seek after, to live in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord, and to inquire in his temple. For he will hide me in his shelter in the day of trouble. He will conceal me under the cover of his tent. He will set me high on a rock. Come on. When evildoers assail me to devour my flesh, how can you not think about zombies? I remember the first time I ever saw or heard about zombies, and it was during a Christian lock-in at the YMCA. It's at midnight on that night where the leaders, and I mean leaders, showed us Night of the Living Dead. Let's just say I was a little unprepared for what I saw. It didn't help that when I got back home the next day, my mom served chicken for dinner. Ugh. Anyway, I remember when I watched the movie, there was this sense of hopelessness among the survivors, a sense that things are going to get worse, not better. And when the situation did get worse, it brought out the worst in people, not the best. Now, in our psalm today, the writer talks of some pretty bad situations, enemies surrounding them, waiting to attack and destroy. But the difference is that the writer believes that even though the situation might get worse, God's love and protection will hold. Now, in the movie, the zombies eventually break through the doors and they even come up from the basement. Ooh, I'm sorry, that scene still gives me chills. But unlike the movie, God's house, God's fortress will stand up to any test, from enemies to even zombies, because God's love and safety is eternal. There is no break in the door. There is no crack in the wall where evil can get to us. God's house will sustain. God's house will fight back. And God's house will slam the door on evil and death. And that's not a movie ending. That is the gospel truth. And that will do it for me today. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you tomorrow for another edition of God's Minute. Until then, take care and God bless. We invite you to worship with us during this season of Lent. You can choose from the following: the 9 a.m. outdoor worship service with Holy Communion in the St. Paul's parking lot. Masks are required. The 11 a.m. indoor service with Holy Communion. This service has limited seating, so sign up is required. Masks are also required. The service is also live streamed on our YouTube channel, so you can worship from your home. During Lent, we will have a midweek live stream Lenten worship service every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. This service can be found on our YouTube channel. If you are looking for a place to worship, come to St. Paul's, where all means all. We also welcome your financial contributions to the ministries of St. Paul's. You can give via online, text, mail, and setting up a bank draft. Thank you for your continued support of St. Paul's and its mission to bring God to all people.